Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to add Apple App Store reviews to your Shopify website. Since Shopify doesn't offer this feature directly, we're going to use an external widget, but don't worry, it's completely free of charge and doesn't require any credit card information. The first step is to go to the website we'll be using. I've put a link in the description down below that takes you straight to the page I'm on, so just go ahead and click there. Once you're on this page, you simply need to go up and hover over widgets. From here, locate the reviews section and then go down 3 steps here until it says Apple App Store Reviews and click. Next, you need to click on the big pink button that says Create Widget for free right here. That's going to take us down to the template builder where we can start designing our widget. Now, the first step here is to choose a template that's close to what you're looking for. It doesn't have to be perfect because you'll be able to customize the design, the layout, colors, and more later if you want to match your branding or similar. Just pick the one that's closest to what you're looking for now. And before you choose, go ahead and test them out because this section over here is interactive, meaning that you can go ahead and see how it's going to work on your website. For example, you can go ahead and scroll, or if you choose an option like the floating badge, you can go ahead and select it and then click down here to see how it's going to appear on your website. So imagine this entire window here being your website. This is how it's going to look. In my case, I'm just going to go ahead with the basic carousel widget right here. From here, go ahead and click continue with this template at the very bottom. Once you're here, you need to enter your Apple App Store URL. So go ahead and open up the Apple App Store browser on apps.apple.com, find your app, and then copy the URL by clicking Ctrl+C on your keyboard or right-clicking and clicking on copy. Now head back to Elf side and then insert the URL by clicking Ctrl+V on your keyboard or right-clicking and clicking paste. And now you just need to wait for it to load. The more reviews you have, the longer it might take. Once it's loaded, it should look something like this. The first thing I would suggest doing is to turn off the AI generated summary. Basically, it takes key points from all of the reviews and puts into a section right here, so you can leave it on if you'd like to. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it off by clicking here and then toggling it off. And then I'm going to go back. Another thing you can do is to go over filters. An important thing to do here is, for example, to choose a minimum rating, or if you want to be very transparent, you can go ahead and click on the drop down and select any rating. That means it's going to show 1 to 5-star reviews. You can also go ahead and select the total number of reviews to show. If you'd like to exclude certain reviews, you can also go ahead and add a filter right here. So let's say that your app has loads of adverts and people are complaining about that in the App Store reviews. In that case, you could, for example, go ahead and write adverts like this and then just leave it. That means it's going to filter out any reviews that mentions anything about the keyword you entered. Now, if you, for example, don't like the layout that you chose, you can go ahead on the left-hand side and click on layout right here. From here, you can choose between all of these different layout options here. If you, for example, want to stick with a grid instead, go ahead and click right here. However, let's say that you want this grid option here, but you don't like the amount of rows or columns. In that case, you can go ahead and click on customize down here. Here you can And as you can see, you can go ahead and change the columns, the rows in mobile even, and the item spacing. I'm not going to cover every single customization option in this video because I want it to be a short and brief video on how to set it up, but this is essentially the basics of it. I'm just going to go back and then I'm going to go ahead and stick with the carousel. If you want to change the header part of this widget, go ahead and click on header. If you don't want a header at all, you could, for example, go ahead and toggle it off and then it's just going to look like this. But if you do want it, then you can go ahead and customize it a bit more. As you can see, you have a couple of different styles that you can click through. Let's try them out. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead with this option right here. You can also choose to show or even hide certain elements, for example, the number of reviews by ticking or unticking. You can also add or alter the widget title and even add a caption, as you can see here. If you want to change the looks of the reviews themselves right here, go ahead and click on review on the left-hand side. Here you have 3 review styles to choose from, so you can go through them like this and see what they're going to look like. So you have small speech bubbles here, for example. I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the original option. You can also go ahead and choose a different review source style. The review source style is essentially this little option down here where it's posted. Again, you can look through them by clicking on the arrow. If you want to change something like the colors of the widget, go ahead and select style on the left-hand side right here. From here, you can go ahead and choose a simple color scheme like light or even dark. Or if you want to, you can also change the accent color. The accent color is essentially the buttons, as you can see right here. So if I go ahead and click on it, let's say red, then that's going to change. You can also choose a different font, and then you can also go in and customize certain elements. Let's say I want a different background color. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and click right here. And then up here on the little water droplet, go ahead and click. And now you can choose a color of your liking. You can even make it a semi-transparent background. So if I chose this option right here, then I'm gonna have this kind of gray overlay if you have an image or something on your website. If you like, you can also choose a gradient, an image, or even a video. I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with the basics, which was white. Or actually it was without color, but it doesn't really matter because my website's white. Do whatever you want, and then click done. Again, I'm not gonna cover every single option here, but this is how you can easily customize it exactly to your branding or liking. And once you're ready to add your widget to your website, go ahead and click on the Add to Website for Free button in the bottom left corner right here. From here, your screen will open up in a new window where you'll need to either sign up or log into Elfsight if you don't already have an account. And once you've done that, you should end up on a similar page as to what I'm showing on my screen right in a second. This is essentially the exact same template builder, so if you don't need to change anything else here, you don't need to do anything from here. Just go up in the top right corner and click on the big green publish button right up here. From here, you'll be taken to this page where you need to choose your plan. And because it's completely free of charge, like I mentioned at the start of the video, just go ahead and select the $0 a month plan on the left-hand side right here. Just click the gray select button. Once you've done that, you'll end up on this page right here. From here, just go ahead and click on copy code. And now it's time to head back to our Shopify website designer. Once you're on your Shopify website designer, go ahead and click on the page that you want to add your widget to. In my case, I'm just going to go ahead with the home page and select that. And now you need to find out where you want to locate the widget. I want to locate mine in the middle of my website section right here. And in my case, that's the one that's called template over on the left-hand side. To add it, just go ahead and click on add section and scroll down to the bottom until you see custom liquid right here and click. And once it looks like this, go ahead over on the right-hand side where it says custom liquid. And now we just need to insert the code we just copied from Elfsight. You could do that by clicking Ctrl V on your keyboard or right-clicking and clicking paste. And then just click away from it and let it load. And once it's loaded, you should have a widget that looks something like this on your website. This is how you can easily add your Apple App Store reviews to your Shopify website. I hope you found this video helpful. Please let me know if you have any other questions in the comment section below and I will try my best to help you out.